First, Senator Padilla, you have gone on for over 5 minutes, and I wish that you loved your state of California as much as you hate President Trump. We'd be in really good shape then, because violent crime in California is currently 35% higher than the national average. Property crime in California is 18% higher than the national average. That should be something that we should be talking about and working together on, yet we're not. And no, this is important. You're talking about all of my agencies, and I want to let you know what DEA has been doing, and they are working hand in hand with
I
Homeland
appreciate
Security.
that, and I'm going
No,
to
you can't go on for 5 minutes and criticize my agents who are out working without pay right now because you voted to shut down the government. They're out there working without pay.
Mr. Chairman, I asked a simple yes or no question. Attorney General Bondi is refusing
4,500
to
kilos
respond.
of fentanyl and 50 million
topic,
fentanyl pills
because
off the streets.
While under your watch, your
FBI,
prosecutors
23,000 violent criminals. U.S. Marshals,
Mr. Chairman, order, please.
51,000 fugitives.
I'm not getting an answer to my question. I'm trying to move on to the next question or the next topic. Mr. Chairman, order, please. Thank you.
What's up, Patriots? Welcome back to Liberty Trigger, the home of free speech, common sense, and the occasional sarcastic eyebrow raise. Today, we're reacting to a Senate hearing where Senator Padilla spent what felt like half of my lifespan lecturing Attorney General Bondi about the Department of Justice. Let's just say the man loves the sound of his own voice. Padilla starts off like he's giving the keynote speech at the Justice and Feelings Conference. According to him, the DOJ is collapsing, democracy is in danger, and apparently Trump and Bondi are responsible for every crack in the sidewalk. Relax, Senator. This is oversight, not Broadway. Bondi sitting there like, bro, ask your question. He brings up Michelle Beckwith, a career prosecutor who he claims got fired within 6 hours for reminding a Border Patrol chief to follow a court order. 6 hours? My Amazon Prime doesn't even work that fast.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate the opportunity to participate in this hearing today, which is our, at minimum, annual opportunity to ask questions as we fulfill our obligation to provide accountability over the Department of Justice. So just sort of to level set a little bit for folks in the audience and for folks watching at home, the Department of Justice is supposed to be the nation's guardian of fairness and the rule of law. The power of the Department of Justice is built on public trust and a belief that prosecutions are based on facts and law, not on politics or personal loyalty. And I call that out, Mr. Chairman, because when that breaks down, when the public trust breaks down, then justice itself is at risk. But under this Trump administration and the leadership of Attorney General Bondi, I believe the independence of the Department of Justice has come under attack. The department has been reorganized, it's been realigned, and repurposed in ways that we've never seen before. Important offices have been closed, key programs dismantled, and agents diverted, all without congressional authorization or transparent justification. Now, these are not minor bureaucratic changes. They represent a fundamental shift in the Department of Justice's missions and priorities, its policies, and its practices. And for example, career prosecutors have been pressured to change decisions in politically sensitive cases. Ethics oversight has been taken away from independent career professionals and handed to political appointees with little experience in these matters. Internal working groups have been created to revisit investigations involving President Trump and his allies. And together, these steps send a dangerous message that prosecutorial decisions can be driven by political loyalty instead of the law. Now, even more troubling is that the Department of Justice has pulled resources away from organized crime, away from counterterrorism, away from the protection of civil rights, to focus on immigration enforcement. The American people expect a Department of Justice to pursue violent crime, as do I. to pursue corruption and threats to national security, not to serve as an arm of immigration policy, and in so doing, under-resource other critical missions. Whose decision was it to end this investigation?
I have answered that question multiple times, yet you didn't have the courtesy to be sitting in here for the hearing. I'm not going to answer it again. And I find it interesting that you want order in this proceeding now. Excuse me, Senator.
Then I
You
will
want
ask a
order in
follow-up
this proceeding
question. Mr.
now.
Chairman, order,
You sure
please.
didn't
I
have
will ask a
order when
follow-up
you
question.
stormed Secretary Nome
Mr. Chairman,
at a press
Mr.
conference in
Chairman, order,
California,
please.
did you?
I will ask a follow-up question. Would you commit to either releasing the tape or at least making it available for members of this committee to review, yes or no?
Senator, you have not been sitting in here this entire hearing. I've answered the question, and I also want to tell you that our ATF agents have seized 25,000 illegal firearms.
So we will try again and move on to a different
In your
topic.
home state, we are prosecuting
Chairman,
illegal
order,
aliens
please.
who have
Mr.
raped and
Chairman,
murdered young
order,
girls.
Thank you. So when I haven't been in this hearing, I've been watching from my office, monitoring the entire hearing, just so everybody is aware. But since I'm not getting answers to my questions, I'll try to ask one last subject area. Now, again, there's been increasing concerns about the politicized decision-making and the erosion of internal safeguards that protect prosecutorial independence. Before we even get into the integrity and independence of prosecutions, we get into, you have to ask the question about the independence and integrity of investigations themselves. The director of the FBI, Director Patel, was here before us just a few weeks ago. Attorney General Bondi, you are the Attorney General of the United States. Director Patel reports to you. Do you believe he's doing a good job, yes or no?
I believe Director Patel is doing a great job. You know where he is right now, Senator Padilla? Right now, you asked me a question.
Yes, I know
Director
where
Patel
he
right
is,
now
and I know where
is in
he's headed
Chicago,
because you said it
Senator
earlier
Durbin,
in the hearing.
fighting to keep
You've said it
Chicago
earlier in the hearing, and yes, I have been paying
You
attention.
know, you want order in
Chairman.
here now, yet you stormed the Director of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. You sure didn't have order that day, did you, Senator?
Attorney General, you are under oath. I did not storm the secretary, the video.
Oh, that was
makes
on
very
video. That
clear.
video's been released, I believe, very publicly.
Mr. Chairman, recent actions raise serious concerns about Director Patel's judgment and politicization, including lawsuits from former FBI officials alleging retaliatory firings and his decision to cut off longstanding partnerships with civil rights organizations and his decision to fire an FBI agent for refusing to engage in a, quote, perp walk of James Comey. And on top of all that, his prematurely claiming that subjects were in custody after the shooting of Charlie Kirk. I take Attorney General Bondi's endorsement today of his work as her support for those actions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
May I respond, Senator Chairman?
Yes.
Under Director Patel, 23,000 violent criminals have been arrested, a 91% increase over last year. More than 1,500 child predators have been arrested. We are making cases in your jurisdiction constantly in California, and I wish you would care about those cases. We have disrupted 1,600 gangs and criminal enterprises, 1,600 gangs within this country, thanks to Director Patel and the great men and women of the FBI.
Sounds dramatic because he wants it to sound dramatic. Washington loves turning HR issues into conspiracy thrillers. Padilla tries to corner Bondi with a yes or no question, but she fires back. California crime stats, boom. 35% higher violent crime, 18% higher property crime. Translation: Senator, maybe fix your own backyard before lecturing the rest of the country. Fire Patriot point to Bondi. Padilla wants to know who ended the Tom Homan investigation. Bondi says she already answered it earlier. Padilla missed it. Classic. It's like showing up late to class and asking the teacher to reteach the entire lesson. Then he asks her to release the tapes. Bondi responds by listing ATF and FBI accomplishments like she's reading a highlight reel. Because guess what? Her people are actually working. Padilla asks if FBI Director Patel is doing a good job. Bondi says yes. Padilla, well, actually, here are 53 reasons I disagree. Sir, then why ask? Bondi counters with hard numbers. 23,000 violent criminals arrested. 1,500 child predators stopped. 1,600 gangs disrupted. That's not politicization. That's results. This whole hearing wasn't about justice. It wasn't about facts. It was political theater, complete with drama, accusations, and Padilla trying to make himself look like the hero of a Netflix documentary. Meanwhile, Bondi stood her ground, confident, focused, throwing facts like fastballs. If Washington had more people like her and fewer people giving monologues, we'd be in better shape. All right, Patriots, that's my 3 to 4 minute breakdown. If you enjoyed this reaction, smash that like button like it's a stack of unused government regulations. Subscribe for more truth, logic, and unapologetic patriot energy. God bless you. God bless your freedoms. And God bless the United States of America.